Let's give it a few more minutes because there's still more people entering the waiting room. And let's give it like one more minute before we get started.
Mrs. McMillan Barnes, I'll kind of monitor chat too to help out as much as possible tonight.
I would really appreciate that. It's a little hard to talk and monitor the chat. So thank you so much.
Absolutely.
All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. What a great turnout. I'm so thankful that everyone has joined us. My name is Jennifer McMillan Barnes, principal at LVS Virtual, and we really haven't had a chance to meet. I was going to take October the time to kind of have a parent meeting, but things had a little bit of a change for us. But I'm here tonight, so I'm hoping that if you have any questions, you'll feel free to ask and let me know if there's anything I can answer for you that maybe is not on our agenda. I'm going to share our agenda that we have for tonight. We're going to be talking about the Q1 and Q2 updates, the Hurricane Ian recovery, if there's anything that is the things that are going on with Hurricane Ian. We're going to talk about the instructional calendar that was revised recently and sent out to families, and the winter testing schedule and student enrollment, semester 2 transfers. Oh my goodness, I think that was an Amazon driver. But we'll just keep going.
I love it.
I know it's weird to do these things at home, but I'm so sorry.
Okay.
This is my first time, well, not my first time with a SAC meeting online, but it's been a really long time. So it's different because you're not face to face with everyone, but I'm so thankful to be here. So just to run over principal report for Q1 and Q2. There's a lot of exciting things happening at LVS right now. We are in the process of, for Q2, working on the ability to add more part-time students. So that is something that we're excited about. We're also working with the district staff for next year to offer more learning labs, virtual learning labs in our high schools, and possibly even our middle schools. And also we are working on bringing the Cambridge program to our high school. So that is something I'm very excited about. Our district is a Cambridge district, which means all of our high schools besides the IB high schools have some form of Cambridge program in their high school. And so we are one of the last ones that kind of jump on board with being a Cambridge school. And we get a lot of transfers. So just during this time, because of Ian, we get a lot of transfers who are in Cambridge. And so it would be really nice to be able to keep them in a Cambridge program for graduation. So that's one of the driving factors, is that we have kids that come to us who are already in these programs, and we would like to be able to continue those programs for those students. Our staffing, we did reduce by 6 teachers because our enrollment was down. Our enrollment is currently up due to Hurricane Ian, and they have been allowing transfers to come to LVS through this time. We are up to 839 kids, but we're only up around 39 kids because we have had kids leave and then kids come during this time, which is a little abnormal. But we are up in enrollment right now for our full-time students. Hurricane Ian, if there is any needs that you have, there's a couple different things and ways that we can go about helping. If you have a specific need for your family, or you just have questions about what resources are out there, please feel free to contact the LVS office. There are a lot of resources out there. Another thing is Mr. Metzner and our guidance counselors are setting up on our website something that says LVS Cares, and it's sharing a lot of different resources for families for those kind of things because of Ian. So please go check out our website and go check out that page. I don't know, Mr. Metzner, if there was anything you wanted to comment on about that page because it is his creation.
Absolutely. Absolutely. If you would allow me to share, I would do that as well.
I would love to. Love for you to.
Let me pick a screen here real quick. And I'll share what we have going on with that. So at the moment, you should see, let me get this off of the screen so it's not in your way. You should see Lee Virtual School LVS Cares. This is a resource for all of our families, including extended families. So if you have friends and family who are in need, please let them know that we are here to help out. The Connection Corner starts tomorrow. It's going to be the inaugural day where students can come up to the district building and they can use the Wi-Fi, use the internet, and they're in an air-conditioned supervised setting where one of the counselors and one of our tech people, either myself or Mr. Kavanaugh, will be out there to help out as needed to support. We're not there to teach, we're just there to support, but it's a nice way if you've been struggling with internet and you just don't have a reliable source, but you can get to the district building, come on over and join us, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Affordable connectivity for internet in case you're looking for some. School message or communicate, which some of you got this evening. Thank you so much for being here. If you got a text message or you got an email to join us tonight, it's not required to be here. Of course, we love it when you're here because more information to you helps us all communicate better. Hurricane Ian relief resources. So there are different links here. For example, Victory Lane Chevrolet for the past 2 days have been giving out free meals to the community. And it's with one of their local churches as well. And it's been just an amazing, amazing turnout there. The DSNAP program, so you can read a little bit about that as well. If you know about SNAP already, you know that the D is for the disaster, and that's to enhance that SNAP program. Anyone can join. Uber is offering free rides. Valerie's House is offering counseling. Storm resources from the district webpage. And then some other things that are kind of nifty, like mobile Wi-Fi vans throughout the Cape, in Fort Myers and Estero, and out at the beach as well. So there's different things there. So please check it out. It's changing all the time. So I won't take up any more time. I just wanted to make sure that you were aware that that was there and it's there for you.
Thank you, Mr. Metzner. There's been things even added today. So that was actually great for me as well, because I have not been on there since this morning. So thank you for sharing all of that with our families. So let me go back to our agenda. Want to talk about the instructional calendar. I think that the district did a really great job of avoiding major holidays. They did make November 11th, February 17th, February 22nd, April 26th, and March 5th, full days of school. There were 2 days that we had professional days that were added to our calendar this year, and they made those full days. So there will not be any like early dismissal days this year, except for at the end of the year. Does anyone have any questions about the calendar? Okay, so I'm going to move on to the winter testing schedule. It has completely changed. I am meeting with our testing coordinator, Mr. Riley, and the district testing coordinators on Monday. And we are going to come up with a revised schedule for testing. As soon as we have that information, we'll post it to the school website, and we will also send out a messenger about that as well. Student enrollment. for semester 2, if you know anyone who is interested in becoming part of the LVS family, the enrollment period for second semester, these aren't students that would be moving right now, even though they still can move right now. But if they're wanting to join us in second semester, the enrollment period is November 1st through the 15th. So it's coming up, and it's a really important short deadline to make some kind of transition. So if you know anybody who is thinking about LVS, please send them, tell them to call us, and we can talk and tell them all about LVS and how it works. What I'm finding in this new role is there's a lot of information that families and the community and other educators don't know about LVS. And I feel like we're in a constant process of educating everyone about what LVS is and how it can be successful for your child, for your children, or for children. So we will get that revised testing schedule out to you as soon as we have that meeting next week. And that, I believe, is the end of the items that I had on our list. Do you have any questions that maybe I haven't addressed that maybe families would want to know?
And you can post them in chat as well, and we'll
Okay.
be able to answer them.
So I have a great question. When do seniors finish semester 2 to start processing for graduation? Semester 2 will be ending on June 6th. The end date is not changing. Semester 1 is ending December
16th.
Sorry, December,
Yeah.
no, yes, December 16th. I'm sorry. No.
No, they
21st.
changed it. They changed it.
I'm sorry,
You're
they
right.
changed it.
You're right.
21st. I'm like, wait a second.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. So yes. So graduation should be at a normal time period. They only basically took 5 days and made them full days. 2 of them were already early dismissal days. So they really only added 3 days, and they're using all the hurricane makeup days for that. So they didn't add a tremendous amount, which I think is perfect. We're not actually even going longer than the school year was originally. Those students who would enroll in November, would they have a different pace chart? They would have only semester 2 pace chart. Yes. They would not have to begin semester 1. Thank you, Mr. Metzner, about the pace charts. If for current LVS students, we are doing modifications because we did lose quite a few days of school, and they are adding back 5, but that doesn't make up for all the time we did lose. So the teachers are making modifications to that pacing chart. They have already made those, and they will continue to make a few here and there now that we have our new instructional calendar out. Are the plans for graduation? Do we meet up at the school? There's a lot of information going to be coming your way. And I believe that we will have a meeting. I believe that's what we normally do, is have a meeting. I'm sorry, I'm still learning LVS, so I still don't know a lot about graduation just because I'm not quite there. But I believe that we will have a meeting for families, and we'll be sending information to families. But I will add that note so that we can start sending out those kind of plans.
May I chime in for just a moment?
Absolutely, Ms. Barry, that would be fantastic.
So with graduation, Carly, I believe you were inquiring about it. So graduation will take place in May. I don't know what the exact date is yet. I don't think that the graduation dates have been finalized for board approval yet. When they're finalized, the information will be published to your Google Classroom. As a senior, all seniors are connected to a Google Classroom that Mrs. Baker and Mr. Barnes run. And that's where all the graduation information is and will be posted. So again, as soon as that date is finalized by the board, that will get posted, as well as the location. You know, we've had graduation in a variety of locations throughout the years, and hoping to get the FSW arena again but wherever the district reserves for us, it'll be fabulous. And that will be, you'll be notified in your Google Classroom. Yes, your school year will technically end early because graduation is in May. So when we start semester 2, our seniors will receive a PACE chart that is adjusted accordingly with that anticipated end date of being in early May, because we do have to have your classes finished a good week or 2 before graduation actually occurs. Information about cap and gowns, that's all located in your Google Classroom. So check that out there. And obviously, you know, Mr. Barnes and Miss Baker, as your school counselor, they do hold regular senior meetings. I know they already had one in August. They'll be having more throughout the year, just to keep you updated on scholarships and transcripts and post high school surveys that you've got to do. So all of that information will be forthcoming. The hurricane kind of got in the way of being able to finalize some of those dates. Thank you.
So I got a really good question about the pay charts. If I try to work ahead, will they change? They will not be changing for first semester. So if you're patient, if you work ahead now, you should be good to go. And I do not believe it will be changing for second semester either. I believe the pay charts have already been changed, but they would only be changing for students like who are enrolling with us right now, because they're on a different pay chart than our full-time students that have been with us since August. So please work ahead. It's always good. One of the questions is the clubs. The answer to that is we were, before the storm, we were planning to open up back in-person clubs. I need to get in touch with the teachers who are going to be running those clubs and see when they would like to start. So yes, the answer is yes, we're going to work on that. I think I may have missed something. So I think it was about it was a question about segment 1, and if students are 2/3 finished, that's good. They just need to keep moving forward. Would the students that are joining miss those lessons? They're in a separate section, so they have their own pace chart. So those students are working on a different pace chart than our full-time students that have been with us since August. As far as the clubs that are offered, I don't have a list of those right in front of me right now. Mr. Messner or Ms. Berry, do you have a list of what those are for this year?
It's going to vary this year. We had approximately 9 clubs last year, and different teachers hosting those from NHS and JHS. There was a Spanish club at one point. I had a digital design club myself. So we're, like you said earlier, Ms. McMillan Barnes, we want to reach out to the teachers and find out who is going to do what this year and get those started as soon as we can. So we just don't know just yet.
You know what? I'll do that tomorrow. It's on my to-do list for tomorrow. So you'll be hearing from us, okay? When will students be inducted I'm assuming that's in JHS. That is something we have to set a date for as well. Any other questions? Please always feel free to reach out if you do have questions. That's what we're here for, and we want to make sure that we're meeting your needs. And the next F.A.S.T, that is changing. So the testing calendar we have to redo it. And we're deciding what that will be next week because all of the windows for F.A.S.T have changed. Yes. I truly, truly appreciate everyone joining. It's a great participation tonight, and I appreciate that. I hope you all have a really wonderful evening, and thank you for taking a few minutes out of your day to spend with us. It really is wonderful to have so many parents who want to hear what's going on in our school. So thank you.
Absolutely.
And
Thank you, everyone.
Have a wonderful night.
Hey, Adrian, you did great, man. Great questions.
Have a good evening.
Do the same.